how to start reselling. Think of where to buy, where to sell. Should I buy used sneakers? Should I buy new sneakers? Consider how far you want to take reselling. What should I buy? What not should I buy? Should I sell more than just sneakers? Where do I get info about, selling sneakers and stuff like that? How can I start? And I'm going to give you guys... Alright, y'all. Y'all seen the title of this video. I know a lot of y'all think this is very long awaited. I'm going to be very, very, very uncut with this video, bro. Because I feel like that's the only way I can really tell the truth. And this isn't nothing, you can only do it this way. I'm just telling you my personal experience on how I sell sneakers. If you guys want to take my experience, add it to your personal life, could do even better than it worked out for me. Could do worse, it could do the same. I'm just sharing my experience. Appreciate all those that told me to make this video. Got a good little water now. How to start reselling sneakers, bro. So I wrote down a list on my notes of how I was gonna touch base on this topic because it is a lot of questions inside that one question. And I'm gonna bring up those questions. When I hear how do you start reselling sneakers, these are the questions that come up to me in my head. Now, if you guys have any, suggestions and stuff like that, please drop in the comment section below. If you have any other questions, you guys want me to do another video like this, just let me know. I'll do it. I know I usually am not good with these intros, so let me just tell y'all, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. I appreciate all the support. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead, get straight into this. Uncut, how to start reselling. Also, let me know if y'all like the outro. And I'm actually gonna make a whole new one, but let me know if y'all like the one that's on it now. But here we go. So the questions that came up to me, or came to my head when I hear how to start reselling. Think of where to buy, where to sell. Should I buy used sneakers? Should I buy new sneakers? Consider how far you want to take reselling. What should I buy? What not should I buy? Should I sell more than just sneakers? Where do I get info about, selling sneakers and stuff like that? How can I start? And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a story time on how I started. Now, if you guys want to hear a whole story time, I'll make a whole video on it. I have no problem. But let's get into it. So, where to buy sneakers. Now, this is all my personal opinion. Somebody else can tell you otherwise. I'm just telling you, if you want to start out small, I started out broke, bro. I started out broke. I could barely afford retail for sneakers. And if you want to hear the side, like before that, again, that goes to the story time. So just comment section below if y'all want to hear it. Where to buy sneakers. I would suggest retail stores. Why I would suggest retail? This is for new. Why I would suggest retail stores. You're not going to get it any cheaper than you will besides the retail store. That's the cheapest you can get the shoe from. Unless, somebody just don't care about it and you buy it off them off the street. Blase. But I would encourage you guys to buy from retail stores. Another reason why I would say that is because a lot of retail stores have loyalty programs where you can enter in, like FLX. That's a whole nother story. And then we got JD's exclusive access and stuff like that. So I would encourage you guys to buy sneakers from the retail stores. It's 100% legit. You're not out here being questioned like, yo, where'd you get this shoe from? Well, I got it from this store, at this mall, at this time, on this release day. Which I'm not saying people who don't buy from the store sell fakes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, if I was to tell you start reselling, for brand new shoes, I would tell you retail stores. Now for used shoes on where to buy sneakers, I would highly advise to buy off people who need money. That's what I would say. Buy off people who need money, like who trying to sell their sneakers. Like let's say they about to buy a car, or they gotta pay for a ticket, or some bigs coming up, rent's coming up. It could be something. It is rent coming up. I think it's about to be like a few days. When they need money, that's the best chance you have to get sneakers for low. Now I'm not saying kill them, like just take everything for a steal. I'm just saying, you could get better prices on, some maybe used stuff that they have, or even some brand new stuff that they have with that. So that's why I tell you the first two places on where to buy. Again, we could go into more details if y'all want to hold another video like this. This is my first sit down video on this channel, so let me know if y'all like it. Where to sell your sneakers at. I would advise you guys to sell sneakers to people who wear their sneakers. Now, you can sell it to resellers, but what I would advise, I would want you to sell more to people who wear their sneakers versus resellers. And I'm saying that because people who wear their sneakers, there's a different type of network and a relationship that you're building with somebody who wears their sneakers. You're more looked at as somewhere they could go to get their sneakers from that day forth. Once they do business with you, it's looked at as you are presented an opportunity to where you can become this person's sneaker guy. Now, as a reseller, resellers know there's resellers literally everywhere. Like, you can go, there's literally resellers everywhere. When you sell them a shoe, yes, you do good business, but they can still take their business anywhere else, which as the other person can. But the person who wears their sneaker is going to look at this shoe and really appreciate it more versus a reseller buying the shoe and just flipping it to somebody else. Because as when the reseller buys something, they're not always going to assume that, oh, maybe you bought this from the store or whatever. They're just going to assume that this shoes went through whoever, and I just needed to sell to whoever. The person who's trying to buy this shoe, yo, I need that, my size, blah, blah, wear this till it beat. And they'll clean it up if they have to. People ask like, yo, where'd you get the shoes that you're wearing? And be like, yo, I got it from blah, blah, blah. Let's say NoKapCole. Y'all know the kid. I got it from NoKapCole, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, yo, let me get his Instagram. Like, he sells shoes. Like, yeah, he's a sneaker plug. Versus as a reseller, you know, somebody might just shout you, they might shout out your business. And I'm not gonna say it's not genuine, but it helps your business more when you're getting a network towards customers versus more business owners in a flooded market of other business owners that do the same thing. I'm trying to simplify as much as I can, but hopefully you get my point. But that's how I would answer that second question. The third question, should you buy used sneakers? I know a lot of people question when they get into reselling, what should I buy? Should I buy used? Should I buy new? Bro, I sell both. And I'm not gonna stop selling both. And the reason is because I make money off both. Now, some people don't sell used sneakers for the look, and some people, you know, only sell new sneakers for the look. How I see it, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying nobody's wrong against what I'm doing. People be doing the opposite of what I'm doing. But how I see it is that there's a market for used sneakers and there's a market for new sneakers. Why can't I be the plug that could, you know, supply both markets? That's how I see it. And I would still buy used sneakers because you can get great deals on them. Yes, retail is the best price you'll be able to pay on a sneaker brand new from the store. But used, once it's used, you probably get it for below what it's worth just because the person already wore it. You can bring up, it's a scuff, blah, 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 scrub, money. That's actually low-key kind of how I started. And then my fourth question, is should I buy new, which I somewhat kind of answered that. I would always buy new. Now, I know it's some people that only sell used, and there's no hating on that because, again, they're really doing good in the used market. New sneakers sell faster. They sell a lot faster. Everybody wants a brand new sneaker. Everybody likes how the sneaker looks brand new. It just looks fire. And it's also easier to sell. You can sell it easier on apps, but it's just easier to sell new sneakers than it is used sneakers. Buying sneakers in the used market is a lot easier than buying sneakers in the new market, the dead stock DS market, because y'all know resale prices on DS stuff is up here. Now, when you're buying in the used market, it's usually, you know, down here, which is a good thing. So the next point is somewhat of a question, but somewhat of y'all can get it. Consider how far you want to take reselling sneakers. Now, if you want to start, I would definitely consider on how far do you want to take it. Do you want to do it as something on the side? You want to do it full time? You just want to dibble in it to say you did it? Now, none of those are either, you know, the wrong answer. But in order to start something, like especially like reselling sneakers, if you're planning on taking on it as a business, I would advise you guys to make some sort of a business plan. If you're trying, you know, get rid of your job and do this full time, definitely, you know, take everything into consideration. Do you think this is something you would enjoy doing? Do you think this is something that you could keep doing? Is this better than your current job? Like, is it worth it? If your job is okay now and you think you don't like sneakers, but you want to do it because other people are making money and you don't plan on taking it that far and you're going to end up making less than you were at the job you were okay with and you don't even like selling sneakers, don't even consider really trying to sell sneakers, is what I'm trying to say. Some tips that help me. Just some tips that help me, so y'all listen up. Now, these aren't, you know, set in stone for everybody. I'm just telling you how these help me. Now, one thing I learned, shout out to GOAT, bro. This is not sponsored by GOAT at all. Really probably saying it to Foot Locker, but this is not sponsored by anybody at all. But shout out to GOAT because, boy, when I was selling sneakers, I started on GOAT, bro, and I was selling everything on GOAT. I was literally, but this is before StockX was an app. So when people ask me why is your price higher than StockX, I was selling sneakers before, you know, there was a StockX. But one thing GOAT helped me do was when I was buying based off the lowest used on GOAT. So let's say I'm seeing like some bread toe lows, right? No box, blah, blah, blah. They have them up for $330. Somebody sends, or they have a pair in front of me, you know what? They got the box, blah, blah, blah. And they want, let's say they want $330, right? Or $350 because they have the box. Now what I would do, I would try to plan for the worst case scenario when I was selling on Go. So I'll always try to pay less than the lowest price on Go, no matter the condition. I'm saying this is try. I'm not saying you can do this, but I'm saying try. But I was always try to buy less than the lowest on Go. That way, because I'm assuming that, you know, whatever I'm buying is better condition than the lowest on Go, and I paid a better price for it. So that way I could still be able to move this used sneaker and liquidate it fast if I need the money. Another tip that helped me, working with local clients and networking locally. I cannot stress this enough. No matter the city you live in, scream local. Like, local deals, they happen like this. Your business is usually done like this. There's no shipment, you know, errors or nothing like that. Local clientele is key. They pay better. Also because they get it the same day. If they was to order off StockX, y'all know the fees, blah, blah, blah. They'd have to pay that and wait. Versus just paying the price it was already gonna pay, or maybe even a little less than the price it was gonna pay and not have to wait. Networking with like word of mouth. Now, y'all probably, I don't know if y'all think, but I still talk to people about my business every day. Like, it could be a random person and they'll be like, yo, blah, blah, blah. They'll bring up something, I'll be like, yeah, I sell sneakers. Like, check out my business, blah, blah, blah. Just because somebody has a certain amount of followers, networking is still key. Like, I don't think your networking skills should slow down because of who you are or how many followers you have on, you know, social media, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna always network. My mom taught me, you know, networking is key. What should I buy and what should I not buy? I would tell you guys to stay away from hard movers and inform yourself on what bricks sell and what bricks don't. Now, bricks do sell. Bricks sell. Like, let me see, do I don't know if anything's really considered a brick right here. Let's say, the pen is not bricks. Let's say, this right here. These are bricks, right? Let's say the Oreo 5. Matter of fact, nah. These are bricks. The Shatter Backboard 5s. These are bricks, no matter how you see it. And I personally like these. I feel like this shoe is fire, blah, blah, blah. But these are bricks. Now, please inform yourself before, like, you buy and walk into a store. Like, check the hype the week of the release. You can really kind of tell of what a sneaker is going, like the price of a sneaker is going to be. If you're like really in tune, check on apps, can check on Twitter. Is it hype? Are people posting about it? Is people pre-ordering this shoe? You can check sales, stuff like that in order to see, you know, is it a brick or does it sell or not? And another thing under this is to answer like what should I buy or not, which I'm gonna also answer it in another question somewhat, is if it doesn't fit your profit margin and you have limited capital, don't buy it. Now, by all means, I'm not telling you to deny no money. So if you have a certain profit margin and you see something that you could probably make like a little bit less than your profit margin and you want to go spend that money and do it, by all means, I'm not your dad, bro. I can't tell you what to do. So go ahead, do what you do. I'm just telling you, if you have a business plan for something, try and stay on track on that business plan. You can end up, with sneakers, you can end up having a lot of your capital in bricks. And you may not even realize it. You probably have like, let's say 10, 15 pairs of shoes, right, of just bricks. And you're selling constantly. You're like, man, where is my money going? It's all in these bricks, bro, that you just keep buying that don't sell. You can still, not by all means, I still do it with like my profit margin. It depends on the shoe. But I'll still like get something that's less than my profit margin just because I know I can sell it or whatever. Or I might need royalty points, which that goes into a whole nother topic. But definitely like check your profit margins. I tell you, organize a business plan, make your profit margins, and I would tell you to try and sell based on according to that. Now you can, you know, dip outside of that, but I'm just advising you, you don't have to take my advice. Should I sell more than just sneakers? Now this is where you start becoming a plug, man. You're not just a reseller, but you could still be considered a reseller. So under this, I personally sell consoles, clothing, food codes, and accessories. Now, to emphasize on that, food codes, I know y'all probably like, what are you talking about? Well, like Chick-fil-A sandwich codes. Like, it was a point in time, I gotta get some more. I was selling Chick-fil-A sandwich codes. I was selling them for like $2, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, the Chick-fil-A sandwich is like $3 and change before tax. So I was just selling them. People who needed them, who ate Chick-fil-A, I was getting them for like, I think it was like 79 cents each. And I'm selling them for about like $2.50, $2, which you know, my profit margin on that is pretty good. It's chump change, you know, to some people, but you know, I was making my margin. I was making better than, you know, some margins. Consoles, I would definitely, boy, I don't know how long consoles are going to be reselling, but they're selling now. So I would tell y'all to buy them now. They're selling now. People still need PS5s and Xboxes. It's been like 2 years. I thought this would have died out by now. Personally, if you ask me, I thought this would have died out by now. So I really would have been wrong. But they're still selling. I think a PS5 literally just dropped this morning, and they still like 700 or 750. No, I think it's like 750 to 8 on StockX. So that's ridiculous. But yeah, I would definitely tell you guys to dip outside, you know, and sell some more stuff other than sneakers. Not everybody, you know, likes sneakers, but you know, some people need consoles, some people need hoodies, people need clothes, bro. Like, people need clothes, people need Fear God, people need tracksuits, people need size, they need their chrome hearts, bro. They need accessories. Some people want Supreme gloves, they might want some jewelry, they might want, you don't know where to get info about drops. I would tell you Discords, but it depends on your area. A lot of Discords give you a lot of information. You still may have to go, you know, on like Twitter and stuff like that to get that info, but boy, it's so much information on Twitter, bro. If y'all follow like sneaker Twitter, Soul Link, stuff like that, like, bro, I just bought shoes this morning just because of them. Like, as a matter of fact, JD, I got the Dazzling Blue Yeezys for EA when they went live. And y'all know JD is like on a different time zone now, like with the EA. Like, you really have to just be checking it. But Twitter, you know, thank God, because of Twitter I caught it. But Twitter, definitely, I would tell you guys to please tap in on Twitter. If you are trying to sell sneakers and you're trying to buy shoes for like retail, online, stuff like that, Twitter, I couldn't even stress it enough, bro. Like, Twitter is literally the app. How much should I plan to make? That's another question that ties in when I hear, you know, how do I start reselling? Because you know, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to make money at the end of the day. Now, how I would advise you to sell your sneakers based off of, yeah, you don't have to listen to me again. Set margins that you're comfortable with making. That also ties in with what you should buy. So if you see a shoe and you don't even think it's worth buying because it's not your margin, don't get it. Again, what I was saying earlier. If you're working a job, I would tell you, try to aim for more than your job. Like, bro, aim for the stars, bro. Literally, aim for the stars. You might not get rich overnight, but if you want something real, it's gonna take time to put into, bro. Now, how did I start? Oh, yeah, dang, okay, so if y'all want to know how I started, I'll give y'all a whole video on that. I just seen how long it was and my camera is done. But if y'all like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll do some more like this. Appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm about to just start recording a whole bunch of more YouTube videos. So if y'all have any other suggestions, just comment in the section below. Blase, yes, I forgot to say it, bro. I forgot to